Hey, it's Tuesday. I started a day with a 2 hour walk in the forest and to the beach with my sister. And we saw 5 different mushrooms. And I started to think about the difficulty parents have to make proper healthy choices for your children. When they go to school, it's crap food there, and they have chips. And on the way through the forest, before we got out of the city, I saw the teenage girls who bought lunch, and there was a huge chocolate bar and then candy. And, and then I'm thinking about the parents are the ones who get overwhelmed, right? Like either there's a lack of nutrition knowledge, lack of time, being grew up in having convenience food, fast food, and I realize and I know that time just flies. Like the life I live now with kids, they need the snacks, they need food, and then mother and dad. It's like time management when it comes down to home cooking and thinking about this same kind of meal prep that we do as fitness people. Like when you're gonna be on contest prep, we're gonna get results. You have to think, I'm gonna cook the protein for the whole week. Then we're gonna have different kind of uh, add-ons, right? Like the vegetables, the potatoes, the bread, whatever that is, that becomes a complete meal. And then I think about to simplify that for people so you don't have to go to convenience store, you don't have to rely on meal delivery or that mom eats one thing and then the rest eats another. It should just be as here someone who wants to get leaner, you just skip one of those side dishes. And when I thought about that, it kind of segued me over to the challenge of staying happy in a defeat mode, as in order to lose more than a few pounds, you gotta accept that it's a lifestyle. You are committing to this. You are setting up habits that you're gonna rely on and adhere to for life. It's not the same as having one meal plan. It's the only way you know how to stay on plan. And the yo-yo diet culture is ingrained into us in our like, 2 or 3 generations, from the 40s, 50s or so on when it started to lose weight and on the diet pills. It is really hard to resist this succumbing to the convenience and comfortable living that no matter how you twist and turn it, what are you going to do? Go buy something that is just made for you here? Or do you want to be learning how to simplify your eating and be able to rely on yourself? So I'm one of those who I just simply don't eat out. I eat my own food and I bring it. I enjoy the whole restaurant culture, but I don't eat because it's just not part of what I have grown into doing. I love to know exactly my nutrition, not tracking calories, but how it's been made and with what kind of ingredients. So nutrition becomes a little deeper, tougher when you have a family and your children. You want to have them have enough protein and of all the minerals and vitamins. And I think like how are families gonna cope? How do you build your nutrition for your kid? Number two thing, my philosophy conundrums is I am training my nephew, the youngest one, at the gym, and he gets frustrated that he can't just lift because he wants to. And I ask him, "Do you gonna do 10 reps?" And then he gives up after three. He's like a Bambi on ice, and he gets frustrated. He doesn't want to learn. He has this resistance to everything, and that's what I love about the iron. That the iron just doesn't care about how I feel. I have to be tough. So it really is such an important thing that fitness and exercise and physical training is part of growing up and raising a family if I were a mother, and then to lead by example and to stay fit for life. And that is the ultimate goal, which most people never achieve. And it's not about a trophy, it's about how do you sustain and thrive. It's not about struggle through life, it's about how do you thrive, enjoy healthy eating, which is a bliss when you understand that it's not about starvation or elimination. Balance and moderation, and that whole thing requires tons of self knowledge, self care and self-love, that you actually are willing to kind of give up on this impatience and spontaneous quitting because you just give up. So the utopia of I'm going to be on a meal plan and then after that forgetting that you're not gonna stay on defeat mode for life every day, because that means you're not in a deficit. You would die. And most people, in my experience, have just kept going yo-yo dieting and fitness junk, exercising, but not really think about quality, not periodizing, not training like an athlete for life. So it becomes a typical fitness transformation. I'm gonna go hard and then I'm gonna fall flat and then I'm gonna feel bad about it. So as a coach and someone who loves my healthy lifestyle and loves Friday Life for the way of life, the way it's a mindset, and I have no plan on changing the way I'm eating or that I'm gonna start later. That I really love what I do and diet means way of life. All this I have accomplished for my own mindset and my state of being. It's something that I had to work for, I would say, about 50 years before I got the ultimate epiphanies, and they didn't come one. They build up over time. Most people don't have 50 years of waiting because you have more in your life than just kind of try to excel at being a good for yourself. Now my headphones died here. So before I think there's no sound left, my biggest concern as a coach is to kind of get into that realization that life is now diet means eating healthy and finding your way, and to kind of give up and breaking apart from destruction of self and thinking that there is no shortcut. There is no goal to wait for a drug. There is no secret supplement. It's about wanting to eat and enjoy the food and to train for your goals and to really commit to yourself. And I wonder how many are just kind of feeling defeated and fall off. And in all those years I held fitness transformation challenges, that was the way I felt, that I am helping people to find a way. And if they keep on trying, they're going to stay in the mode of trying. And then they're going to find a way. That was all hope all coaches and trainers hold on to. But then when you look at the statistics, obesity and heart disease keep on growing. So there's something that isn't being done. And I feel like the whole point of enjoying fitness life and enjoying healthy eating, that gets lost. Everyone is looking at kind of elimination diet, or to have one extreme diet after another, or liver king, or to go for another fad. And I'm thinking, do you realize you're just never getting to set up yourself for something you can have as your automatic nature, that the way you simply choose what is good for you, right? So that never becomes the way of life. So if you hear me and you want to set up a nutrition consultation, you want to work with me, I'm here for you who are willing to give up on yo-yo culture, who realize that you are wasting your time, never get to achieve a healthy balance, and what a loss of self-actualization. It's not about physical fitness goals who could care less, but it's about standing up for yourself and realizing that you are an organism in a tough environment to stay so-called good, and you don't need to be feeling bad about it, but you have to be honest with yourself and realize you're not getting out of your own way. Self-sabotage is something that the whole industry is just benefiting from, and you shouldn't want to be a victim. So all my love to you.